Hey guys, today we're going to learn how to install LSPDFR 0.4.6. I'm going to jump right into it. So, what you're going to need is, of course, LSPDFR manual install, Rage plugin hook, ScripthookV, and Trainer V. These four right here on my screen. The links will be in the description. First, I'm going to tell you I have a Discord which will also be linked in the description, which I have all the mods listed, and I will be making future videos on how to install all of these. I'm building a great helper team, and my server is getting bigger, so that would be appreciated if you joined. We also have support help channels right here. So anyway, what you're going to want to do is go to this link, and you're going to hit download this file, and scroll down, agree and download, and you do not want this one. You don't want setup.exe. You want the manual install. This is important. So download that. I've already done that. Download ScripthookV plus native trainer. It's going to be right here. And it'll automatically start downloading. Rage plugin hooked. Obviously, we're going to select Grand Theft Auto 5. Download this one. Make sure it's 1.7.4. Although you can't even download these, so it should be pretty obvious which one to download. And you're going to want Simple Trainer. Just hit download here and download again and it'll start. So after you got all these, for the sake of simplicity, drag these onto your desktop like I have here. And first things first, you're going to want to find your directory, which if you're using the Steam version, it's pretty easy. I am not using the Steam version, but it doesn't matter if you're using the Steam or Rockstar version. So for instance, I'll just take PUBG. To get to where you installed it, go to Properties, Local Files, and browse local files. So this is where your game is going to be located. It should have a path up here, like this. See, Steam Library, Steam Apps, Common, PUBG. But obviously it's going to say Grand Theft Auto 5. You should know where you installed it, and it should be in a drive that has a lot of space. Mine is located in my terabyte G right here. It's the only two files I have, because this terabyte has obviously 1,000 gigabytes, and Grand Theft Auto is only 80 gigabytes. You're going to want a lot of room because we're going to be copying and pasting some things, like right now. So go to your directory, your main directory, find Grand Theft Auto 5. It should be a fresh, clean copy, nothing installed at all. And I've already made a copy here, but I'm going to go ahead and make another one. What you're going to want to do is click on it, right click, hit copy down here, and then paste it in the same folder. And this will take a while. 12 minutes for me. For others, it's probably going to be a lot faster. And once this gets done, I will be right back. Alright guys, mine has done copying and pasting here. And I now have two copies. So again, this is a fresh copy, the one that I just copied from here and pasted here. And the reason we do this is because if we mess something up in the main file, then we can just fall back on this one and restart. And it's just to save you like 13 hours or however long it takes you to download the entire game again. So we're going to use this one. Make sure we use the one that's named just Grand Theft Auto V or 5, whatever, and not the one that says copy, because Rockstar is going to read off the folder that is named just Grand Theft Auto 5. Now, another thing that you guys need to know is if you're running on Windows 10, you can disregard this message. But if you're running on Windows 7 or 8, then you need these right here. The .NET Framework 4.8 and the C++ redistributable Windows 7, 8, and 8.1. You need both of these. But if you have Windows 10, you don't have to worry about that. So let's get right into it. What you're going to want to do is open the Grand Theft Auto 5 directory. This is called your main directory right here. And what we're going to want to do is open your LSPDFR manual install, have it on the right side of your screen over here. And this is really simple. All you do is you drag or you select every single file in this folder. Press Control on your keyboard and click on Licenses, because we do not want to copy this over. Drag all of this over to your main directory. Make sure you're not putting this in a folder, just right here on the side, right here. And it's gonna do all this, and it'll take a few seconds to install. There we go. Now everything that's blue is everything you just dragged over. So that's good. You can X out of LSPDFR manual install. Next, open Rage plugin hook. Do the exact same thing. Select everything. Press Control on your keyboard, deselect licenses and SDK. If you drag SDK into your folder, then it's not going to work. Drag and drop everything in here. Make sure you don't select any files. You can close out of Rage. Next is ScripthookV. Go into bin and select everything. Press Control. You do not want native trainer. You only want dinput 8.dll and ScripthookV.dll. Drag and drop these into your main directory. You can close out of that. And now trainer V, exact same thing. This time you're only going to select the bottom two files, the .asi and the .ini, and drag them into your main directory. And you can X that out. Now, after we get all that, you can minimize the main directory, and you're going to want the OpenIV set up as well. This will be in the description, OpenIV. And install that, which I already have mine installed, but this is what it looks like. Just accept the terms, continue, and install it anywhere. And once you get that installed, go ahead and open OpenIV. And it's going to ask you to select your main directory. It's pretty easy. Just you can. There's a way to change which directory it is, but it's going to ask you anyway, and all you do is go to wherever you have it installed, select the folder, and hit open. Once you are in here, you're going to want to go up to Tools, ASI Manager, and it's already going to say that we have ASI Loader installed, so that's fine. Install both of these, and you're going to want to hit Yes on this one, the middle one, and then install Open Camera. Close out of that, and what that just did is it put this mods folder in. So, minimize OpenIV and go back to your main directory, and the mods folder is going to be in here. Now, this is very important. Select Update in your main directory, press Control and click times 64. You only want these folders. Right click and hit Copy. Go into this mods folder that we just created and paste them in here. Again, this is going to take a little bit, probably about 10 or so minutes. For me, 6 minutes. It just depends on everybody's system. And I will be right back when this is done. Alright guys, so my folders have got done copying into the mods folder, and that will do it. So we just installed LSPDFR, Rage plugin, ScriptHook, Trainer V, and we got everything set up with OIV. I recommend making a shortcut and pinning it to your taskbar just for ease of access. But now here's what we're going to do. Go back into your main directory in Grand Theft Auto 5 folder, find the Rage plugin hook. It should be this one, and the type is application, and it's got the little logo. Click on it like I just did, left click on it, right click and go down to send to right here, desktop, and after that we can exit out of the main directory. And if you want to, you can drag and drop this onto your taskbar down here, pin it. But so go ahead and click it and open it up. Now it's gonna make us accept this term. This is the first time setup. It always does this. You can go ahead and hit yes on this, and it'll be creating a backup. And after this is done, it will pop up. Takes a little bit to load. Here we go. Now this is very important. This is just leave this console key alone. We'll get to that in the game. Plugin timeout threshold is set at 10,000. What you're going to do is literally just change this 1 to a 6. That is all. Go into plugins. This is important too. Select load these plugins on startup. Select LSPD first response, and then go back and select load all plugins on startup, like this. Advanced settings, don't change anything. Game settings, don't change anything. After you have selected LSPD first response, go ahead and down here and hit save and launch, and then hit OK. And it is now going to launch the game. And if you did everything correctly and followed everything I did in this video, you should have no issues with the game loading. It should, especially if you went to the correct links in the description and got the most updated plugins like Rage plugin, LSPDFR, and ScripthookV. Those are key components to being updated. And again, guys, feel free to join the Discord. I'm looking for new members currently and new staff. So if you came across this video and you already know a lot about modding Grand Theft Auto 5 and adding things to it, then hop on in the Discord and apply for helper rank or role, whatever you want to call it. The link to the Discord will be in the description. So if you have made it to the page that you see right now, then you have successfully installed Rage plugin hook, LSPDFR, and ScripthookV. Eventually, down there in the bottom right, it's going to tell us that it's loading LSPDFR. And I will get back to you guys when we are in the game. Alright, so here we are in the game. And one important thing is, if this is a totally fresh GTA, you're going to have to play through the first 2 missions of the prologue before it lets you into the open world aspect of the game. So once you get in the game, you're going to hit escape on your keyboard, and we now have this menu called LSPDFR. Click on that menu, click on character, click go to nearest police station, and it's going to teleport us to the nearest police station. When we get here, sometimes it'll teleport you to some police stations that are kind of difficult to find the entrance. But you just gotta keep walking around to the doors until it says press E to enter the Davis Sheriff's Station or whatever police station it teleports you to. So when you press E, it's gonna walk into the station. And the first thing we're gonna have to do is create a character. Go ahead and hit go on duty. And it's gonna bring us to this menu. We're gonna wanna hit enter because we have to create a character. And it's going to bring us to this screen here. And you guys can mess around with this, male, female, you know, heritage. I always pick the one right before Ashley, which is Nicole. And I always pick Santiago, which is, where's he at? Right there. And just, you can change the resemblance around in the skin tone. You can add features. I don't mess with those. Appearance. I make the hairstyle something like that right there. Eyebrows, whatever. You can add facial hair. I do that. And that's about it for me. And then you save and create your character. After you are done with that, I can't use that, I'm just going to use that, whatever. And after you create your character, you can hit use. And it should bring us to the garage. We're going to have to select it right here. So you can go into police locker and select other like uniforms, but I never use that because in a later video I'm going to show you how to install EUP menu, which lets you create your own outfits. It's very useful. So here's your garage, and you can select between different police cruisers and different agencies. Again, in later videos I will show you how to install different vehicles and the vehicles that I use. And you can adjust the modifications. And once you find your vehicle that you want to use, you can go ahead and hit save and continue. And here we are on the game. So before we go anywhere, this is important. You're going to want to hit F3 on your keyboard, and it's going to bring up this menu. Another important thing, make sure you have numlock on. If you don't have numlock on, you're not going to be able to navigate this menu. To navigate the menu, you use 8, 4, 6, 2, 5, 7, and 9 on your numpad. So think of your numpad as arrow keys. If I press 2, it's going to scroll down. If I press 8, it'll go up. If I press 5, it'll select that. 0 on your numpad is how you go back. And when you're in a menu, you can press 9 to skip over, like that, or 7 to skip back. So what you want to do in Simple Trainer is go to Options, and we want to go to the second page, which you can get to by pressing 6 on the numpad. And key bindings right here, you want to disable those, so press 5 on them, and it's going to disable the key binds. Another thing you're going to want to do, if you want to, you don't have to. I turn on always God mode just so I don't die, because it's pretty easy to die in this game. I also turn on speedometer, miles per hour on.
Attention all units,
And
we've got
as you
a
can see,
criminal
we're getting a
resisting
call out
arrest
right now.
in Mission Row.
So once you get all your settings
all units
set,
respond. Code 99
you can also
emergency.
reveal full map, which is on the second page of the options. I do that as well. Once you're done setting all these options, go to the very bottom and it says Save Settings to Trainer V to INI. Press 5 on that and press numpad 5 to confirm. And it'll load. And there we go. And then press 0, 0.
Reporting a 211 at Strawberry
And
24/7
so yeah, we have a call
market.
out. So to accept those, just press Y on the keyboard. Lights and siren is E, but in a later video, we will be installing ELS and different sirens. And by default, cars will get out of your way, like that one. And yeah, you can push cars over. We're gonna deal with this robbery real fast though. It's probably gonna be in here. Yep, right there. Oh, he's got a gun. Alright, but yeah, that's a call out. I'm not gonna deal with that for the sake of keeping this video short as possible. Another thing that you should know is if you press M on your keyboard as in Mike, it'll bring up this menu. If you want to be available for calls, you go to police radio, available for calls, set that to yes or no, depending on if you want calls. That's honestly all I use the menu for. To pull cars over, it's really simple. We're going to get behind a car, like let's say this one, for no reason. You're going to want to press left and shift behind it, and it's going to blip it on the map. As you saw, it's got a red blip. Then when you press E, it'll turn on your lights, but not your siren. The car will pull over. Just like that. And you can get out, and we can walk up and interact with them. You can ask for ID.
Kiflam!
He just said Kiflam. In a later video, we'll be fixing that as well. And you can get back in your car, and I believe it's Q, and you press Alt, it'll put in the plate number, and it'll run the plate through. Doesn't look like there's anything wrong there. I think left shift. You can somehow type in their name. Tab, okay, you press tab and it puts in their name. Run them through the computer system. License is valid, no active warrants. and you can walk back up to the car and dismiss, issue citation, issue warning. Now, in a later video, we will be installing CompuLite, which is a lot better computer system, and just a whole plethora of mods that just totally increase your gameplay and make it a lot better. So, be on the lookout for future videos on installing mods. Don't forget to join the Discord, and I will see you guys next time.